Hi guys, Wise256, back with another video. And just as I promised in my previous blog that I just did, we are doing the third part in my series known as What If Vegeta Was Female? Now, I've enjoyed creating this series for you guys, and I can tell from the viewer counts and the likes and comments that you're enjoying it as well. So without further ado, let's get started with a recap of the previous couple of parts. Also, if you missed out on either of the first two parts, why not go back and check them out before going to this one? So, let's begin with the recap. Where we last left off, Vegeta had managed to persuade Goku to aid her in her mission of defeating Frieza. The two had then flown to the lookout and gained training permission from Komi through to King Yama, and King Yama had allowed them to go train with King Kai. The two had then been teleported to the other world by Komi and flown across Snake Way to King Kai's world. And that's where we carry on today's part. So let's begin. We begin things with King Kai giving permission for the two Saiyans to train under him after they have achieved making him laugh. Goku uses the same joke as he does in the original timeline, and Vegeta makes an impression of King Yama that makes King Kai laugh in hysterics. "Ha ha ha! That's just like Yama," he says. And then training begins for the next year. Time then passes, and in this time, the two Saiyans have gotten immensely stronger. To begin with, Vegeta had been stronger than Goku, but the princess had noticed clearly that quickly Goku had been able to catch up to her level and rival her the entire time throughout. The power levels have gone from around 25,000 to 250,000. One day then, after training, Vegeta asks King Kai if he thinks they could defeat Frieza. The king simply shakes his head though and says, "Sorry, with your strength right now, you'll be defeated by Frieza in 2 seconds flat." Vegeta then asks if there is anything else the king can teach them, and he shakes his head again. "I'm afraid there's nothing else I can teach you guys. Your time here is up, but there is someone else you can train with. Another being, called the Supreme Kai." The two Saiyans are shocked to hear this, and before they can ask the king a single question about this being, the Supreme Kai immediately teleports into the Kai's planet, and he introduces himself to the two Saiyans. "Greetings, Saiyans. My name is Shin, and I am the Supreme Kai of this universe." He then informs the two about his job, and the two are shocked to find out this is the being who oversees the entire universe and is in charge of all of creation. Shin then teleports the two Saiyans to his world, and training begins. Now, you're probably wondering, do they get to train with the Z-Sword? Well, no. For you see, considering how in the original timeline, it took Gohan turning into a Super Saiyan to be able to lift it up. So I don't think even with the Kaio Cannon they could do it. But doesn't mean they're not going to get stronger. In fact, in the year that they've trained, they're actually able to rival Shin and Kibito to a degree. When they're using Kaio Cannon, of course. And their power levels are now gone up to about 7.5 million each, respectively, getting a 10 times boost. Shin then teleports the two back to Earth, and they then head to Capsule Corp to ask Bulma if she could create a spaceship so that they can go and take down Frieza. Bulma says she will do this for them, but it could take some time. The two Saiyans then spar for a while whilst waiting for the ship to be made, and Vegeta informs Goku about her heritage and the days of time that was on planet Vegeta with her family. "Father never cared about me much," she said to Goku, "but I adored my mother and brother, Taro. I'd do anything to get them back, Kakarot." Goku then informs her about Dragon Balls and what they can do, how they can bring anyone back to life. When suddenly, after hearing this, there is a sound that goes off, and it's not clear what it is. Vegeta looks at her scouter. She'd forgotten all about it. She didn't know what to do at first, but reluctantly had no choice, and pressed the receiver, to which came out Zarbon's voice. "Hello, Vegeta. Lord Frieza shall be pleased to know that the Namekian wishes are not a waste of time. Don't worry. Once Lord Frieza's gotten immortality, we shall come and give you a visit. We're already on our way to Namek anyway." The transition ends, and Vegeta then shatters her scouter out of anger, and screams to Goku, "Kakarot, we've gotta head to Namek now!" The two then rush back to Capsule, and ask Bulma if the ship is ready to go. She says it's ready, but that her father wanted to add a gravity room for the two Saiyans to train in. So they wait for this to be done, and then after this has been done for a while, and gathering sensu beans from Master Korin, the two Saiyans get in the spaceship and head off to Namek, training the whole time, trying to master 100 times gravity, so they can get strong enough to soon take down the evil tyrant Frieza. And that is what we're going to be leaving things for right now, guys. So what do you think of this third part? Do you think the Saiyans have gotten strong enough to defeat Frieza's forces? And do you think they will be able to defeat Frieza? I'm afraid you're going to find out in the next part of What If Vegeta Was Female?